$100,000 a year comes out to $273.97 every single day of the year. And if you're only working business days and generating income on those days, you need to be making $384.60 a day for 260 days out of the 365 of the year. Now, according to an article by CNBC, a few ways to achieve this goal is to maximize your saving and investment accounts, save your tax refunds as well as your work bonuses, and pay off existing debt. Now, we are going to assume you're starting from $0, don't have a job, meaning you can't pay off debt, and you also can't leverage a saving and or investment account. In today's video, I am going to be walking you through how I would start from absolute zero and make my first $100,000 in a single year. If you end up skipping this video and trying to watch how to make your first million, just know that you're skipping about 10 steps watching that process. Once you watch this video and make your first $100,000, you will be a 10th closer to making $1 million and becoming a millionaire. And that will also mean it will be 10 times easier to make $1 million than the year prior. So stay tuned, watch the whole video, and hit that like button. Eventually in this video, we're going to talk about investing, but some quick context. If you save $1,000 a month for the entire year, you would have $12,000. Putting that into the overall market, like the S&P 500, assuming an 8% return, it would take you over 6 years to hit your first $100,000. We're going to show you how to shrink that by 6x. If you look at any corporation like McDonald's and or Walmart, they will hire virtually anybody. Your skill level has to be very, very low. Now, this isn't bashing anybody that works at those places. It's just the fact of the matter that I can likely go get hired at one of those places after applying to a few of them and having zero experience. So why is skill important? What am I talking about? You need to evaluate yourself and take what you know and what you're educated on in order to leverage yourself, because leverage becomes everything. This is the same with the overall market. If you put 12,000 in after a year, your leverage is low, so it's going to take you 6 years. The more money you put in, aka the more leverage you have, the faster you're going to get that 100K. So skills go hand in hand with leverage. Now, I took the Walmart and the McDonald's example, but let's talk about myself, since I'm trying to figure out how I would start from scratch once again. Everybody's different. Me as a person, I personally believe I have skills in YouTube, because that is what I do. I know YouTube more than the average person, in my opinion, as well as investing. These are my two main skills, and for that matter, I am about to leverage them starting from zero. So step one, evaluate your skills. Reason being is no job like Walmart or McDonald's is going to pay you a $100,000 salary or $360+ a year every single year. It's just not gonna happen. All right, so I was just doing more research and put a hoodie on because it's getting a little bit chilly. But let's get into the meat and potatoes. Why am I talking about a skill? Well, it's going to bring us into step one, income streams. Because in order to get from 0 to 100K, you need to be making some sort of money. Now, from a way old video on the back of my channel, probably the first week to month that I created this channel, was talking about side hustles. If you don't want to get a 9-to-5, you're gonna want to start a side hustle that can potentially turn into a business. In that video, I believe we talked about, of course, starting a YouTube, doing Fiverr, where people can hire you for your services, selling things on eBay and or Facebook Marketplace and or Craigslist. There are several things you can do. Of course, you could do side jobs. If you're a handyman, you can go help people. If you're a mechanic, you can go help people. If you know how to hang Christmas lights or shovel driveways, you can go help people. This is providing value. Ultimately, evaluate yourself. Ask yourself what your skill is. Personally, starting from zero, I am starting up a YouTube. That is my go-to, and that is what I'm doing. While starting this up and trying to get monetized, I personally would be doing side jobs for family members and or friends to try and accumulate a little bit of cash. What I would do with this cash is I would start investing. Now, while I'm juggling all of these things at once, it's really doing nothing. And the reason it's doing nothing is because you're working like a regular person, but you're not spending. This leads you into frugality. And I know I'm kind of going all over the place with this video, but if you focus and set your mind up right, it's really, really simple. It's really, really easy. Okay, so I'm starting from zero. What did we learn? I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to turn around, walk away from this camera, go list a few things on Facebook Marketplace, hop on Fiverr, and tell them if you need a guide to teach you how to invest, I'm the one. And then after that, while I wait for something to sell and while I wait for someone to hit me up on Fiverr, I'm gonna come and make a YouTube video to try and get closer to being monetized. And once somebody purchased my services on Fiverr, I am not going to gratify myself and spend that money on a Starbucks coffee. videos. Instead, I'm gonna go pay a social media influencer to show people my YouTube channel, or I am going to go put that money into an S&P 500 to start earning me 8 to 12%. Long story short, here are some numbers. I'm gonna pop them up on the screen for some of the goals that you're going to need to hit day by day or hour by hour to make $100,000 a year. And your first week might be 10 times harder than your second week, and your second week might be 10 times harder than your third week. Not only because compounding is easier when you're making money, but also when you're growing and have a growth mindset. Growth also comes at a faster rate. So I know this was simple, it was sweet, it was to the point. Save your money, invest your money. But this is how I would start from zero personally to make 100K. My outlook on life is a lot different. I don't think 95% of the jobs are worth it. I don't think you're going to get out of the middle class or lower class in working one of these jobs, and that's just the facts of it. I would personally always go with a side hustle alongside building up something for myself and using my skills and or generating skills to help other people fix a problem or just in general provide value. The more valuable of a person you are, the more money you're going to make. So somebody working at McDonald's might not think they're valued at 100,000 as a person, or they're worth 100,000 a year as a person, and working there you're not. So I want to put that out there, that if you're doing your own thing, even if you're making zero, but you yourself think you're worth this amount of money, that is where you're going to get to, and it's not going to take you as long as you think. You just got to start somewhere. Overall, let me know if you're getting the ball rolling in the comments down below, and I got a couple of things that I can tell you about before you exit the video to help you start growing and investing. First of all, I have a couple of these playlists that you can go watch for beginner or advanced traders, and my entire channel is about investing, so you can come watch me on the daily. I also have a Discord linked under the video where you can come join and talk with me, as well as the most amazing people who are trying to become financially free like yourselves. Last but not least, your bank account earns you nothing, or a high yield savings account is earning you 5%, when you could be earning 8.1% with zero risk. The top link is for Moomoo. It's a free stockbroker. Once you open an account and deposit any amount into there, they're going to give you 8.1% on your uninvested cash for 3 months, and then 5.1% for the rest of the year. So it's much better than a savings account. On top of that, you can invest and trade in there into index funds, stocks, and more. So go do that, press the link, make a deposit, and drop a comment down below. 100K. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Let me know how you're getting there and if you're going to use any of these steps to your advantage. Peace.